Hello everybody, and welcome back to Cuppy's Crochet, where today we're going to be working on a baby afghan, the diamond stitch. So for today's materials, you are going to need a yarn needle to sew it all in whenever we're finished. I'm using a size H or 5.0 millimeter hook, pair of scissors, and I love this yarn in amethyst. Now for your hook size, you can also go up or down, whatever suits you. And I started this before, but I ended up frogging it because I had some issues. But anyway, we are going to start off with a slip knot. And I want my tail a little longer than that so I can have something to sew in. And a chain, loosely, not too loose, not too tight, of 127. And you can go longer if you like, or shorter, but this is all in tens, so you're going to go 10 plus 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 127. So now we are going to double crochet in the fourth chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over. Pop this little joker in. And chain 1. And I'm getting kind of twisted here. But that's kind of what happens whenever you have to frog so much the way I did. So, double crochet, chain 1. We're going to skip the next stitch and double crochet into the next 9 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know I'm slow. 8 and 9. Now here there's 2, here there's 9. We are going to chain 1, skip the next stitch or the next chain, and crochet into the next one for 9 times. And you're going to repeat this pattern. Crochet 9, chain 1, skip, crochet 9, chain 1, skip all the way down, and I will meet you at the end of this row to finish up, and then we will start on row 2. Okay, at the end of your row you should have 3 chains remaining. So we are going to chain 1 and double crochet into the next chain, not this one, your next one. Double crochet into the last chain. Chain 3 and turn. I'll move my camera a little here so I can make sure I'm not going off camera. So now we are going to double crochet into the next double crochet, meaning not this one that we just chained from, but the next. Yarn over and double crochet into that chain space, the top of it. Now if you're using a thinner yarn, you can go into this part, but whenever you're using a worsted weight 3 or 4 higher than a baby weight yarn, I would suggest going into the actual stitch. Now we're going to chain 1, skipping over the next stitch and going directly into the next. We're going to double crochet 7 double crochets. 1, I need more yarn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now from here on out we're going to ignore these 3 on the sides because the ends are always, I'm pretty sure they're always going to be different. Now from this end to this end they're going to be the same, but everything in between different. So anyway, you're going to double crochet your 7, chain 1, skip that next double crochet, chain space, double crochet 1, just 1 into that chain space. Now chain 1, skip the next, and double crochet 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're coming up on another chain space, so chain 1, double crochet into the top of that, chain 1, skip, and 7. And my yarn wants to split all up. And I'm only going to put 1 here to show you this real quick. We're going to repeat that pattern, and you should have 1 hole in the bottom and 2 holes to each side of that. And we're going to repeat that pattern of 7, chain, double crochet, chain, double crochet 7, chain, double crochet, chain. So your numbers are basically between each chain. It's going to be 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, all the way down until you get to the end, and I will meet you at the end and we'll move on to row 1, 2, 3, what is that? Row 3. It's early, more coffee. Yes, coffee is a part of my supply list for this for me. So I'll be right back with row 3. Okay, so at the end of row 2, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches remaining. So at the end of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you're going to chain 1, double crochet into that chain space, and of course my yarn is going to split, so I'm going to do the best I can. Hopefully it'll work, and it doesn't want to, so Fake it till you make it, huh? I'm trying. It'll work out. So, double crochet into that chain space, into the next double crochet, and into the last where we chain 3. You're going to go into that middle section. So into your second chain, you're going to double crochet. I'm not real pleased with how that came out, but I'll deal with it later. And chain 3 and turn your work. Now we're going to double crochet 2. 1 into the next stitch. And 1 into the next stitch. And totally goofed. So let me see what I did wrong here. Okay, and into the next. So I didn't totally goof. So 3 double crochets, including this. That's going to be, but we're going to ignore these ends because these ends are weird. So double crochet 3, chain 1, skip this stitch, and double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the next stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Making sure I got that right. Chain 1, double crochet into the chain space, double crochet into our next double crochet, and double crochet into that chain stitch, and chain 1. So your pattern for this row is going to be 3 and 5. So skipping this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. And you know you're going to skip this, so it's going to be double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, and then 5. So starting from here, here's your repeat pattern. 5, chain, 3 double crochets, well, 5 chain, skip 1, 3 double crochets, chain, skip 1, 5. So 5, 3, 5, 3, all the way down. And whenever you get to the end, you should have your spooky little face starting to go. And I will meet you back on the end of this row whenever I've completed it. So see you in a minute. Alright, here I am at the end of row 3. So I've just completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, and we're going to chain 1. And just like how in the beginning you see 1, 2, 3, and that's 4. So you should have 4 double crochets left on the end in this chain space. Is your start. So 1, 2, 3, and going into the second chain, 1, 2, double crochet in that. Chain 3 and turn. Now we're going to double crochet into the next chain space. In the next. Two. The next. 3. And into this chain space. Now, for row 4, you're gonna kind of want to remember the numbers 3 and 5, just like you did for row 3. So once you've done your 4 double crochets, chain 1, skipping this, you're going to double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip, and let me figure out, I think I may have done something wrong again. What else is new? No, I didn't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into that chain space. Chain 1, skip, going into the next 3 double crochets. We are going to double crochet 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and into the chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the chain space. If my hook will kindly go through, thank you very much. And chain 1. And you're going to repeat that pattern all the way down, and you can see your V is starting to make. Now the ends, it's always going to be different, but just remember on this side you have a total of, including this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets. So on the end, once you get there, you will have the same 1, 2, 3, 4 and double crochet into your chain 2 space for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whenever I'm done with my 1, 2, 3, 4th row, I will meet you back for row 5. Alright, here we are back for row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. So skipping the first and going into that second. 1, 2, 3, 4, and into our chain space. Whoops. 5. Chain 1, skip this stitch, and go into our next double crochet 1, and you can see the pattern forming where your little holes are going up. So here, and we're going to chain 1, skip the stitch and go into our chain space and double crochet into the top of that one and into our next 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, my yarn's wanting to split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 into that chain space. Chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip, and into the next 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you can see the pattern here, ignoring the end here. So you have your 1 and then 7, 1, 7, and you're going to repeat that pattern all the way down. 1, 7, 1, 7, 1, 7, and you are going to end with 5 double crochets on the end. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pardon me, because this counts as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over here on this end you will have 6. And I will meet you right back for row 6. Alright, here we are on the 6th and final row for this part. Chain 3, double crochet into the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6th row gets 6 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 into this chain here, and chain 1. Now we are going to double crochet, not into the double crochet but into the chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 into the chain. If it'll go through. And of course mine's not wanting to do. Come on, 9. Work with me here. Close enough. So 9, chain, skipping the double crochet and going into the next chain, and you're going to crochet 9 across here. So this is going to be our pattern from here on out. 6th row, double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 1. Now ignore. Double crochet 9 times, chain 1, and into that chain space, double crochet, and double crochet into the next 7, and then into the chain again. So what you're basically counting is 9. So 9 double crochets, chain 1, 9 double crochets, chain 1, 9 chain. You get it. So just look whenever you see this single double crochet coming up, you know to chain 1 ahead of it, skip it, and chain into the next. And then at the end of this row, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochets and into the end. So it'll be actually a total of 7 once you get across, since our foundation chain where we chain 3, so it'll be 7. I hope that makes sense. So this part will complete, once you get all the way across, it will complete our last part of part 1 for our crochet along. And I hope I'm doing okay. This is the first time I've ever done a crochet along. I'm still trying to learn my stuff. So do me a favor right quick while I'm working on this. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And whenever I upload part 2, you will get the notification that, hey, here comes part 2. So I want to finish my afghan. And I'm going to get on that just as soon as I can. Maybe it'll come out together, maybe it won't. Not sure, I'm trying. So anyway, once you get to the end, this is our first part, and then our next part is going to be the same thing but backwards. So it's going to be a diamond. We're coming up now, and then on part 2 we're going to close up our diamond. And I will be right back with part 2. Please like, subscribe, ring my bell, share it to all your crochet yarny friends, and I hope to see you again real soon. Thanks, and God bless you. Bye.